Hey there, YouTubers. This is my dad's Weed Eater Excalibur. It's a 21cc Weed Eater motor on a hedge trimmers, and I got it rigged, as you can see, to a fucking gas vaporizer, which is that bottle right there. You can see the carburetor. It's got the choke right there, the governor at the top. The throttle goes into that. You can see right there is where the gas cap is. You can see the. Let me go faster on here. You can see right there is the throttle and the kill switch, and you can see right there is the gas lines not right there, not hooked up. You can see under the carburetor here there's no gas. Hang on, let me get lower here. There's no gas lines hooked into this carburetor at all. You can see not anywhere way around here. And then on the back side here you can see there's 4 holes. There's one on the bottom there, then the next one up is a air vent, or it's like for the air intake on how much the air goes into the carburetor. The next one up is a ball of pipe tape for like plumbing and stuff, and then the one up goes into the bottle here. And what this is this is not like a gas and water mixture like others are. It's just straight gas. It goes right to the top of the bottle there. You can see the hose going all the way down. It's just taped right on there. And then you can see the tube that goes into the carburetor sits on top, which sucks the gas, the vaporized gas. It's just like fumes, basically. Sucks it into the carburetor, and the other tube was all the way down right there into the gas, and it just sits there. And you can see it kind of shaking a little. I can tap and it shakes. What I do is I started out, it wasn't working very good, and it was just I had to hook the gas lines up to get it started, and it would start, and I'd take the gas lines off, and I had the one hose running to it, and I didn't know nothing about taking this and putting that T-paste there, or that T-pipe valve there, that pipe tape there to hold it there to keep the air from going to it, to keep the air from getting in there so it runs better. And then what I did here is I got this screw, and what I did is, I don't know if you can see it or not, I drilled a little hole in the side there, and I use it for a valve. The more I screw it in, the more it closes that hole, and the less air it sucks into that hole. And that's how I use that. I did the same thing up here, because on this one I had to hold it with my thumb. I had to hold it like that with my thumb, and I moved it, used my thumb as the valve, and I drilled a little tiny hole just about it. I drilled a little tiny hole just about as big as the hole was, with my thumb there, and I screwed the screw in there to block it off, and it runs just fine. I can start it up and run it. You can see right here the gas lines are still off of it, and all I got to do is go like this and switch the switch on. Pull start it a couple times and it'll fire right up. Let me lock the gas down. You can see the bottle here. Oops, hang on. Start back up. The way I got it running now, will actually sit here and idle. I was fortunate enough to figure out how to get it to idle, and it still revs up. But you gotta feather the idle a little bit for it to idle. I need to idle just a tad bit higher, but you see the gas lines are cut off. You see the hoses run. Oops. You can see the hoses ran and everything. It takes a little bit for it to idle. I gotta turn it up just a little bit, actually. Here. Now let's see if I can get it to idle better. I don't know, I think I bumped this fucking screw is what I did. I don't know, but that's what it is. It used to be just a bottle was sitting right up here on the stand here, and I'd have to hold where that tape is right there. I'd have to hold that right there, and I'd be pulling the gas lines and stuff off of it, and it runs good now. It fires up on one pull unless it's cold out. Then I have to turn the choke on and pull it a bunch of times. I showed my dad. He was kind of pissed that I just took it and, you know, fucking just worked on it, I guess. He was like, well, you're fucking it up and you owe me a new one, but I don't really give a fuck, because I think it's pretty badass that I can run 25 cents worth of gas in this thing for fucking a couple hours. And that little bit of gas would run out of this little tank here. It's a little baby tank. It goes from this side here all over to this side. It's like, it's not that wide. It's just as wide as the bottom, like, you know, right there. And like, if I can run, you fill it up and it's done in like an hour. I can run that little 25 cents worth of gas in like, you know, 2-3 hours, and then finally be done vaporized. I can just pour it right back into the gas tank with some fresh gas, mix it in, and it runs just fine, just like a normal ass motor with gasoline. You know, there's nothing really different about it. And luckily, I was fortunate to come across that I can, you know, make this little valve here. I thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I can just make a valve and then just screw that in there, and it'll just close it off, because I thought about how a valve was made. Well, now it works just fine. Let's see if I can start it back up actually and see if it works better now that I unscrewed that screw. Yeah, now I get better. Let's see if I can. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Fucking thing's acting up.